All right, now this is getting interesting. Today's adventure takes us to Hillcrest Cemetery here in Bolingbrook, Illinois. Now this cemetery is over 200 years old. There are over 700 graves here. The cemetery is still an active cemetery. It's a very nice cemetery. I can't wait to get in here and check out some of these tombstones and monuments. So come join me as we explore Hillcrest Cemetery. All right, guys, as we enter this cemetery, we see some signs with some direction. Cemetery's open dawn till dusk. Hillcrest Cemetery in Bolingbrook, and spring cleanup and fall cleanup information. Apologize for the noise. We are along a very busy road here in Bolingbrook, so there will be some noise. We have Joseph Tyler. So right away, right when we get into this cemetery, we see some very old markers. And you can see this Tyler marker has been put together. And it's nice that they found all the pieces for it. Hard to read that, however. Fortunately, we have one here that has snapped in half that they have yet to put back together. Edward. It's like Edward Marcy is the name. He died, it's like September or something, 18, hard to tell. I see a 1 there. So that's very old. That is very old. Over 200 years. Louisa Marcy on that one. Again, this looks to be very old too. 1819 that looks like. June 3rd, 1819 perhaps? That's phenomenal. That is very old. Then we have Catherine and yeah, I see died. Hard to read anything on this. Again, 1819, I believe. July 11th, 1819 is when Catherine died. That's wow. Very old tombstones. In this beautiful cemetery. Let me pan the cemetery here. Just beautiful. Still active after over 200 years old. We see this one. The Zinkies, I believe their nickname. Stafford is the name. Died 1849, 1881. The metal monument. 1882 is the date on it. Gone, but not forgotten. Very nice. See Margaret here, wife of, see who Margaret was a wife of. Stafford, something Stafford, died 1880. 70 years old was Margaret. And we have Mary here. Mary Southard, daughter of J&M Stafford, died May 7th, looks like 61. Age, yeah, not going to make that out. I see a 7, but it looks like there might be something before that. I'm happy we're able to read some of these old markers. Just great stuff. Great old markers. I'm going to go over here because I see a large rectangular marker and I see what appears to be a Civil War marker. Look at this. Now I hope there's something on the other side because this marker is so simple it's phenomenal because you know that this is old. You know that this was very old. And unfortunately, I'm not seeing any markings on it. That's how old it is. You can see, can you see that where my light is? You can see there is a little bit of inscription in it, but yeah, wow, this is old. Not going to get anything off of that. So we'll go on here to Charles Clark, Company E, 72 Illinois Infantry, 1841 to 1863. Looks like Charles must have died in battle. Very young age, 22 years old. So sad to see that. What do we have here? We have B-A-R-R-E-T, Barrett, and Clark, Barrett Clark. He died July 1886. That is the Clark stone. We have Homer Clark here, 1845-1908. I could read that unassisted. Very, very nice marker. Here's another one of those very, very old ones. Let's see if I can get anything off of this. Highly doubt it. I do see died, D-I-E-D, but that's rather easy to make out on tombstones. A-N-L-E. I think there was something here. Wow. Very, very old. I have to look back here. There's a simple wooden cross that caught my eye. Don't see a lot of these in these cemeteries, purely because in the Chicago area, wood does not hold up very well. That is very interesting. That is extremely interesting. No name, no dates. There's a vase or vase, whatever you want to call it, right there. John Doe, Bolingbrook's John Doe. All right, now this is getting interesting. Looks like maybe 1991, behind truck stop, unidentified. Bolingbrook's John Doe. Well, that explains that. Wow. They buried him here, and somebody made a nice wooden cross for him that has withstand the test of time thus far. Oh, here it is. So this isn't the oldest one. I thought this was the oldest one. 1847. So I think this is Abigail, by the way, folks. And excuse me 1 second, I'm getting my notes out. Abigail Aylesworth. So she's in Find a Grave as 1813 dying. That is not correct. It's obvious here that she had died October 11th, 1847 at 20 years old. However, we did find some tombstones that I believe to be in the early 1800s, 1819. This statue has definitely seen better days. It's right next to this marker here for Valley Peterson Nicholas, died in 2012. Look at this. Here it says, my wife. Ether? Is that a Y? Is that an E-S-Y-H-E-R? Icer? see something 6. Very hard to read, very old. Very old tombstones there. So many tombstones in the cemetery. Bailey, it looks like. With a hand with the finger pointing up. Let's just do a general little walkthrough. I mean, I can't possibly stop at every tombstone in the cemetery as much as I'd like to, but I'd be here for hours and hours. I'm going to go to this one that says Martin on it because of the size of it. It's a massive monument. Let's check this out. It said Martin is the name. We have the draped urn atop this monument. Helen Moody died 1882, 44 years. And Danny Moody died 1884, only 15 years. Must have been maybe Helen's son, brother. Hattie Martin, 1835, age 2 months old. Francis Martin, age 2 years old in 1850. And Jeannie Martin, age 6 years old, 1856. That's sad to see all the kids die. Hiram Martin, 1885. He was 39. What a wonderful monument. All 4 sides have inscriptions on them. Wow. Highland, 1882 or 92. And Caroline, his wife, 1895. Very nice. And then we see over here we have a more recent Martin stone, 1996 there. So it's nice to see the whole family near each other. And here's another one of those wooden crosses. Wow. This looks to be more of a modern area here. So I'm going to walk this way. Get back on the trail. There is a single road, if you will, that goes through here. And I've only covered one side of the road. I need to cover the other side of the road as well. Again, some wooden crosses. You know, I don't see these much, and I've seen a bunch in this cemetery. Billy Joe, rest in peace, and Richard Lee, 1962 to 2018. Very, very simple. But John, even though John was young, 7 years old, he gets a nice marker. Let's walk down here. Never mind the emergency vehicles. We have Olive, daughter of, here we go, Olive, daughter of Swift. 1836 maybe, or 56 perhaps. C.I. Bristol, it looks like. It's like something 1854. Just amazing what we see in here. Here we have some German monuments. There's a nice shot of the Bolingbrook water tower in the background, in case I forget where I'm at. Joseph Schroeder. German, 1905. And Friedrich, I believe that's how you say it, 1910. And we have another Joseph, 1867, Junior. See the JR right there, 1867 and 1900. father and mother. And I'm sorry, that's about all I can read. My father and mother. You know, give me credit for that. Give me, I don't know, half credit. I don't know. Frederick, 1901. You know, it's interesting to think that when this cemetery was first a cemetery back in 1819 or even before, that there was nothing here. Now you have traffic and water towers and all kinds of busy things going on. As I come up on this, a very recent burial, as you can see, there's been a concrete base poured for a monument here. So this is still an active cemetery, very recent, and we see another wooden cross. I have not seen so many wooden crosses at cemeteries in my life. Very unusual. Brittany Stange, rest in peace. It says July 15th, 2015 on that one. Very unusual to see that. Interesting. This one's Ward is the name. Jane, wife of Howard, it looks like. Age 36. April 24th, 1843, it looks like. And we have 73 years old there. Hard to tell what this one is even. That's pretty much worn away. What a great cemetery, though. Let's take a little walk over here. I wanted to look at these. These are interesting markers. Stephanie Trotter, 85 to 2006. That's a shame. Very young. And then we have Joshua, and there's Joshua there. Trotter, 1980 to 2016. In a galaxy far away lives a soul close to our hearts who befriended all with kindness and love. That's very nice. What a shame they lost both of their children. And here's her picture. A life well lived, left a lasting impression on everyone she touched. Wow, very nice. Here's a nice monument. I couldn't find a lot of history on this, and this gives you a good clue. A pioneer homestead established here in 1838 by Thomas Jefferson Sprague and Lydia Swift Godfrey Sprague, or Godfrey, erected by their descendants, 1938. So Spragues are the ones that had this land. Good to know. Another great cemetery. I love these cemeteries. Still active too. So not only was the cemetery over 200 years old, but people are still being buried here, which amazes me that it's still being used today. Thank you very much for taking the time to come with me today as we explored this old cemetery. And as always, until next time, keep exploring.